And they're not, I mean, is it okay for I mean, obviously, you know, you're working with people who own these pigeons, etc. It's fine for them to be flying them, is it?
We've used pigeons in this capacity for many years, and their welfare is fundamental to us. We would habituate them to the harness initially, so allow them to get used to it, see if they like it. If they don't, and pigeons have all kinds of different personalities, then we use a different pigeon, which is more happier carrying the load.
Who knew? I didn't know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Should we do the official naming then? So we had a very
unscientific vote.
But we did have thousands of our viewers got involved. In last place, we had Bradley Cooper with 12% of the vote. Third place, Stop the Pigeon, 19% of the vote. Gregory Peck, 28%.
Nice.
But would you believe it? Probably.
I would.
Probably very believable. Pidgey McPigeonface.
And we
there he is, with 41% of the vote.
You. Thank you very much indeed.
Pigeonface, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Take Pidgey McPigeonface away with you.
Yeah, it's a safer place. All this week, we've been looking at what different groups of people want from the Chancellor's budget tomorrow in what we've been calling a sort of breakfast generation game.
Yesterday it was the millennials. Today it's the turn of those born in the 60s and 70s. Steph is at a family-run business in North Yorkshire. They employ many from Generation X, and if you've been watching all morning, you know, Steph, we've seen about 10,000 sausages this morning.
We are now, Dan, at 60,000 sausages. Morning, everyone. Let me show you what we've got here. This is one of the lines, which is making your kind of classic pork sausage there. As you say, 60,000 I've seen coming off this line over the last 3 hours, so very, very busy here. But this, as you say, is a family-run business. Lots of people who work here are part of what we call the Generation X, so those born between 1966 and 1980. We can have a quick chat to a couple of them. Let's go and meet them. We've got Sam here, first of all, and Becky. Sam, just tell us a bit about what you're bothered about in life, because you are a father of 5 children, I believe, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm more worried about their future, especially in the wake of unprecedented political landscape. I worry about whether they're going to be able to pay rent, find a job, let alone buy a house. So that's my biggest worry at the moment.
So you're worried about your kids. And what about your, like, kind of daily life? I mean, do you struggle for money because you have so many kids?
Yeah, it's always a struggle, you know, like with the spiraling energy bills, increasing food costs. So it's like sort of a living sort of hand to mouth, just about managing.
So you're one of those just about managing that we've heard the politicians talk about. And Becky, what about you? Tell us what you're bothered about.
My real concern is the higher education for my 15-year-old son. I'd really like to see investment from the government in apprenticeships, so they can prepare them for life. Work and yeah, so that's one of my concerns.
Yeah, and again for you, do you find life a struggle or is it going all right for you?
It's about, we manage, but we manage well. I'm very strict on, you know, what we spend our money on, and I like to save as much as I can, but then enjoy a nice holiday once a year, so.
Excellent, thank you very much for talking to me. Look at what we've done, we've broke the machine again. Seriously, every time I turn up, something goes wrong. Sorry. Let's have a chat to a couple of experts we've got here as well. We've got Helen from the Joseph Rowntree Foundation. We've also got Fionnuala, who is a tax lawyer. So, Helen, just we were hearing about some of the issues they're concerned about to do with energy bills, the future of their children's education, and just general bills. What can the Chancellor do you think, to try and help people?
Well, what the Chancellor can do is take the opportunity to help families who are going to be squeezed by rising prices and falling incomes for people already on low incomes in the next few years. So he can help by unfreezing benefits so that benefits at least keep up with those rising prices, and letting families keep more of what they earn before benefits start being withdrawn, so they can cover the cost of the essentials each week.
Something like unfreezing benefits, though, that works out at costing the Chancellor £4.2 billion. I mean, where is that money going to come from?
Well, at least some of it could be found by pausing on some of the tax cuts for the richest half of the country, which are likely to cost over £2 billion a year, and actually directing that money towards ordinary working families who are going to be struggling more over the next few years would be a better investment at this point.
Yeah, and you mentioned taxes. Well, let's bring Fionnuala in at this point, because there are some tax changes coming in that will affect some of the people here, aren't there? And just tell us a bit about them and what else we might expect, do you think, from the Chancellor?
Well, we're expecting some changes to the taxation of self-employed people. It's thought that the level of national insurance contribution will now be aligned to the level for those who are employed, slightly controversial measure, seeing as a lot of people are on 0 hours contracts and are actually not earning as much as they would before. We're also seeing a change to salary sacrifice schemes, whereby before, if you sacrifice some of your salary, you could get benefits. Now they're cutting back and they're saying you don't get tax advantages if you get, for example, school fees paid or accommodation, but they're preserving the benefits if you make salary sacrifice and it goes towards pension contributions or childcare or workplace nurseries. So there's a bit of give and take, but as I say, we'll have to wait and see if there are any major surprises coming up on Wednesday.
And we will find out tomorrow. Ladies, thank you very much. Right, I'm going to leave you before I go with sausages. And once again, oh no, this one's working. Let's look at these. This is what I like to call the Dan Porker sausage machine. I'm trying to think of one that rhymes with Louise Minchin, but I've been struggling all morning to get a sausage pun with your name, Lou. So we're just going to show you lots of sausages to end it.
I think probably, yes, it's probably best that you've left it like that. Thank you very much, Steph, for not finding one. Thank you. 60,000, was it?
It's cruel and heartless, that. Cruel and heartless. Anyway, let's take a last brief look at the headlines wherever you are this morning.